personally. This is the AUTEL Robotics EVO LITE 640T Enterprise. It's a relatively inexpensive thermal drone. It's a little less than $4,000 for this complete kit. I'm going to show you everything that's in it. I'm going to show you a little bit on the remote, kind of some of the features, and then we'll show you some footage from hunting with it the other night. So in this kit here, which is the medium kit, I believe we call it the plus kit. I'll have to double check on that. But we've got charging components. We've got the drone itself. We have 3 batteries in total. So it comes with 3 batteries there. And then we've got, comes with some instructional materials. Then we've got extra propellers. And then we've got the remote, and this is the other difference that I'll show you in just a few minutes in the kits. But this is the standard remote. There is a slightly larger option that's available, and I'll tell you why we went with this one in just a moment. So 3 batteries, charging components, and then the drone itself. So we're going to get these out of the way here, and then we'll bring this back into the frame and show you the drone. So of course, the arms fold out similarly to other drones, just like the DJI, the other AUTELs, nothing particularly unique there. It's got a battery install just like this here. Has a good click, audible click. It's got all of the sensors for anti-collision. It's got a ground proximity light to help you with landing at night, forward collision sensors, positioning lights for particularly for nighttime operation, which can be disabled if they need to be for some reason. Gimbal cover, and then it's got a dual wider angle visible camera that does have a good digital zoom, and then we've got a thermal camera as well. So for hunters, it's going to do mostly what you're going to need a thermal drone to do. You're going to send it out. It's got a long range. It's got a long flight time up to about 40 minutes. And then, of course, it's a 640 resolution thermal. It has all the color palettes, all the things that you expect out of it. So it doesn't have a lot of the heavier features like the other ones, where like the Max and then like the Mavic or Matrice 30T, where you got waterproof. It's not made for really, really heavy wind, but for average hunting, this thing is great. So you hold the rear button, start it up. We'll set it over here. We'll let it fire up. We've got our remote here. Fire it up there on the side. And so we'll go through just a few of the features on the remote. It's a Android-based system, so you can load third-party software onto here. You've got gimbal controls. You've got photo or video capture. It'll give it just a minute. Your home button, typical controls. Sticks into the middle to start it up. Obviously, we're not going to do that inside, but we'll show you that later on in the video whenever we show some hunting footage. But let me see here if I can zoom in a bit on the screen. Okay. So in going through the screen, you've got your gimbal up and down here. You can go to a map. You can go back to your screen. You can go to your wide angle camera. This is positioning sensor data. You've got various camera functions that you can adjust there, all sorts of things. It's all a touch screen. It's a very simple remote. And the reason I like this remote versus the larger Enterprise is this one is a 6-inch remote. The larger is a 7.9. And what happens there is you're stretching this thermal image the more that you're zoomed. So I find that the smaller remote, you actually get a little bit better image quality out of. But that's pretty much the extent of it. You have all your menu items are all within here. You can go reference your videos on the remote. You can set waypoints. You can plan missions. You can do let's see here, all sorts of camera functions, IR adjustments. You can brightness, nighttime mode, where you've got a darker screen. It's got all sorts of different adjustments that you can do with it, and it's all user preference on most of these things. But But yeah, I mean, it's a simple, easy to fly, relatively inexpensive thermal drone. And then these units are available whereas the DJI products, we're having a super difficult time with getting them into the country with the import-export issues with China. They're producing these AUTEL units in Vietnam, so we're not having those issues at all.
Obstacle avoidance is invalid in low light. Fly with caution.
So here we are running this drone the other night. You can see the side-by-side that we're hunting out of. We're running in black hot mode right now, of course. You can see the oil rig here pad that we've taken off from, and you've got some able to view these collection tanks here, and you can see how full they are, so it shows good sensitivity in the camera itself. Here we've located a group of hogs back in the back of this field, and we're not going to go back there and shoot them right now because it's really muddy back there, so we're just going to get a good video of them. So you can see good contrast. We're in black hot still. And then we're gonna slide down on them here where you can really see some of the detail of the thermal. But we've got a few pretty good size ones, but this is mostly a sow group with some younger pigs. I don't believe any of these are boars, but you can see how we're zoomed in. We still maintain good image quality as we zoom. There's a color palette change. We've got all sorts of different color palettes. That orange hot there is kind of a cool one, or red hot, maybe it's what they call it. But primarily we like white hot and black hot, just like we do in most other thermals. Oh, there we got one on the side of the field. That's probably your boar right there. Then you got some hay bales out here. This was a field that was cut in hay not too long ago. But anyway, that should give you a pretty good idea of what you're looking at with thermal performance.